Hello everyone, my name is Sheikha Marwan. I'm in Dubai National School at Tawar in grade 12A and I'm 17 years old. Today I will be joining the Future Teacher competition. I chose the subject AP Calculus because in my opinion it's one of the most interesting subjects and I really like to explain it and talk about it. So I chose the lesson The Product and Quotient Rule. The product rule is used when there is multiplication between two parts, two equations or two numbers. And quotient rule is used when there is division between two parts or two numbers. The product rule is very simple. You basically have to put the derivative of the first part and multiply it by the second part. And then you add, and then you multiply the derivative of the second part with the first part. For the quotient rule, it's very similar, but instead of adding, we will be subtracting, and finally dividing it by the second part to the power of 2. So first I will talk about the product rule. As I said, the product rule is used when there is multiplication, and here is the product rule. Here we have this equation which is based on two parts and there is multiplication in between them. So to make it easier for myself, I will be arranging the equation and listing out u prime, v and v prime. So u is 3x squared plus 7 and the derivative of that is 6x. Because 3x is to the power of 2, I will be multiplying 3 by 2, which will give me 6x, and then I will subtract 1 from the power, which will be 1. And then v is 2x cubed plus 8x minus 1. We'll multiply 2 by 3, which will give us 6x, subtract 1 from the power, which will turn 3 into 2, and then 8x will be 8 and negative 1 will be 0, so we won't add it. Now let's arrange it. First we'll put the u prime, which is 6x. I like to use brackets to make it easier to understand. And then I will put v, which is 2x cubed plus 8x minus 1, and then I will add, and then I'll put v prime, which is 6x squared plus 8, and then u. Easily I will solve it, so I'll multiply 6x by this, and then this, and then this, and then I'll do this. So I'll distribute it and I will get this, and then we can simplify it and add all the equations with the same square root, and this is our answer. It will be 30x to the power of 4 plus 114x squared plus 56. Here is another example of the product rule where we also have multiplication, but this one is a little different because we have a table with the given information. So I'll do the same as I did in example number 1. I'll lay out all the information and then I'll start solving. So here I will replace all the x's with 3 because in the question they told me x is equal to 3. So f prime, as you can see, is 6, so I'll replace f prime of 3 with 6, and then h of 3 is 0. I'll put the 0 and then I'll complete it. So 6 plus 0, 6 multiplied by 0 is 0, and then 4 multiplied by 6 is 24. I'll add them and I'll get the final answer. Now I will explain quotient rule. Quotient rule is used when there is division, and this is the rule right here. We have u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. So I have the given information here and I will arrange the information. So u is 3x plus 7, u prime is 3, v is 2x plus 1, and v prime is 2. So I will arrange the equation given, and then I will divide it by v squared, as you can see. So I'll use distributive property here to make it easier, and this is the answer that I will get. I will keep the denominator the same, and then I will simplify it, which will give me negative 11 over 2x plus 1 squared. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you all for listening. I hope I will win. I really had fun doing this PowerPoint and I feel like I learned a lot, and I hope that I helped someone who's trying to understand this lesson. Here is my information.